Welcome to episode 2 of the C Audio Experience. Today I'm going to be covering how to make more content in less time. I'm going to be sharing with you 3 strategies that I've been using over the last 4 to 5 months that has helped me post 10 times more content. These strategies have helped me go from posting 6 to 10 videos per month to posting 100, 120, 140 videos a month. In the last 30 days alone, I have posted 33 YouTube videos. And I have also posted well over 100 YouTube shorts in the last 30 days alone. So that's a big increase from 8 videos a month to 130 a month in 4 to 5 months. So let's get straight into it. The first strategy I have is to talk about and go on transformations. First of all, a transformation is basically when you start at point A, you decide you want to change something, and you spend time working and you get to point B. Now, some examples of some transformations that I've been on are maybe my YouTube consistency transformation, going from posting 6 videos a month to 140 videos a month. Maybe I've gone on an investing transformation, going from having $0 invested to having over $8,000 invested. I have also gone many different transformations. I actually wrote a newsletter a few weeks ago where I talked about 7 different transformations I had been on. Now, I can't remember any of the other ones, but I'm sure they're all there. So those are just some transformations I've been on. A transformation for you might be maybe you started working out and your goal was to lose 10 pounds in 10 weeks. And you did that 10 pounds in 10 weeks, and you can now talk about how you did that, why you did that, and everything else around that. Maybe you went from 0 to 100 subscribers on your YouTube channel. You can now talk about that, share it with other people how they did that, and tell them the mistakes you made and the things that they should avoid and the things that you did right. So, how to properly use transformations to be able to make more content. First of all, do not just go on these transformations and then just do nothing with them. What you have to do, if you want to get the best out of them, is first, simple thing, make a list. Write them down, whether that's on your notes on your phone, whether it's on a Word doc, whatever it is. Write them down. Now, I guarantee you that it'll be easier to come up with video ideas if you have them all in a list that you can look at all the time, rather than just having to think about them, having it in your mind. It is so much easier when it's just clear, laid out, boom, just got a list, pull it out, all right, look at it. Okay, first thing, make a list of all the transformations you've been on, or transformations you're on. Maybe if you haven't been on many transformations, or if you haven't been on a transformation, then pick something that you want to do, the transformation you want to go on, and document that transformation. Now, this is a very rare case. I guarantee you every single person has gone from a point A to a point B in something. All right, maybe it was your grades in school. Maybe you went from being a C minus student to being an A minus student. Maybe you started going to the gym. Maybe you started reading more. Maybe whatever it is. Everyone's done something, right? Maybe you swim, right? Maybe whatever it is. Everyone's done something. So I'm sure you can talk about something you've done, or talk about many things you've done, or go on transformations and document those things and share the lessons you're learning in real time. Next thing is come up with a list of stories and lessons that come from and are related to each of the transformations. What does this mean? So this means, say for instance, you have the transformation of I lost 30 pounds of fat in 1 year. Maybe now you come up with a few different stories, all right? Maybe you come up with a story of a time that you really just weren't feeling yourself. You really were sort of in a bad spot with your mental health. Maybe you really didn't like your physique, and then, you just chose a certain workout routine, and now here you are, right? Maybe, let's just say, what's the other one? Lessons. Maybe you go, well, I was working out for 3 months, and I was only losing about 2 pounds a month, and then I tried this new thing, and I was losing 3 times more weight. Whatever it is, come up with stories and lessons from the transformations so that you have things to pull from all the time. The next point for today is experiment. Do not put yourself in a box, and do not be afraid to try new things. Those are the 2 points for this one. So first point was do not put yourself in a box, especially if you are struggling. Now what does this mean? Say for instance you are struggling to come up with video ideas, you're struggling to stay consistent posting. Now you're struggling to come up with things to make videos about, and so this is holding you back. All right, you don't want to not be able to create videos because you don't have any ideas. All right, ideally the best thing that could be holding you back is you don't have enough time to make the videos. All right, but if you purely don't have anything to make a video about, then that's probably not a very good thing. And so this is one thing that's going to help you. Do not put yourself in a box. Now, how this is going to help, you might be thinking, well, how is this helpful? This is basically useless. Here's one little way you can use this. Generally, you will be in a niche or a category of content. All right, so say for instance, generally category is a more larger circle of topics, right? So a category might be education, or it might be sports, or it might be influencer news, or generally they're pretty vague different topics. The next sort of level down on the list we have is a niche. Now a niche is sort of a less vogue category inside of the less vogue niche inside of the category. So let's just say a niche inside of the, there might be business, right? That might be the category. Maybe there's then dropshipping, e-com, coaching, consulting, personal branding, all these different things that are all niches inside of the category. So there's categories and there's niches. Generally, someone will pick a category, and that's still very, very, very vogue. So a majority of people, especially educational creators, will find a niche pretty quickly. Maybe your niche, you might pick sport, and your niche might be football, right? It might be soccer, it might be basketball, right? It might even be a bit more of an in-depth niche. It might be, a certain sport, a certain country. Then there's another layer inside of a niche. There's what's called a sub-niche. Now, a sub-niche is basically a niche inside of a niche. So a sub-niche, let's just say the category is business, the niche is personal branding. A sub-niche might be TikTok personal branding. Another sub-niche might be YouTube personal branding. These are all sort of topics inside of the topic, or niche inside of a niche. And you can really go as far niche as you want. You can continue to go sort of more deeper and deeper into that niche. But here's one thing that I have done that has helped me with this different idea. Basically, when you have your category, my category, I have sort of a few different ones. It's education. I'm sort of in the education category. Then inside of that, I have sort of two different niches. I have the sort of self-improvement and mindset principles type of thing, the goal setting stuff and the habit building, that sort of thing. And then I also have the consistent content creation stuff. And I personally like to try and pair them together. But when I'm struggling to find ideas, what I like to do is I like to sort of experiment with a new sub-niche. So what does this mean? I still stick to the same category. Maybe I want to make a video on content creation, consistent content creation. But there's certain one of, reusing content, I've got no ideas for that. So I'll go to a different sub-niche inside of that niche. So instead of consistent content creation and I go down another notch to reusing content, maybe I can try a different, just anything inside of that. Sub-niches are categories inside of categories. So instead of just looking for ideas from your category, look for ideas inside of that category, okay? Maybe, for instance, you have dropshipping, right? So we have the category would be business, the niche would be dropshipping, and then maybe the sub-niche would be dropshipping for teens in Australia, all right? When there's still a lot of different things. Maybe you could go to like a sub-niche and have dropshipping for teens in Australia with less than $100 to spend, okay? And now, you are not just thinking about dropshipping for teens in Australia, but you're thinking about how to do it with less than $100, okay? Do you see how when you come up with a new sort of more in-depth sub-niche, it gives you a new question to answer, it gives you a new void to fill, a new thing to think about. It's no longer just trying to come up with an idea, but it's like, okay, how do I do this, but with less than $100, okay? When you try a new sub-niche, a new topic inside of your niche, it gives you a new question to answer, which therefore gives you new ideas. So that's the second section of this video, already very long. And the third one is make series. Now, there's three main things that I like about using series. So, no, I'm not talking about Siri as in the Apple AI voice robot thingy. I'm talking about series as in, a TV series, right? But in this point, it's on YouTube. So the first reason that I like series is that they are pretty much, not completely, but, sort of infinitely usable. What does this mean? Now, maybe you want to have a series of going to the gym every single day. That idea could not just be used once, but you could do going to the gym day 1, going to the gym day 2, going to the gym day 30, going to the gym day 60. And these can continue to go on because every video is sort of roughly on the same topic. Every video is already sort of planned out. And so you can use the same idea over and over and over again. And it allows you to create new content with new ideas, but under the same sort of idea. And it's an easy way to get more out of one idea, easier and quicker. The next reason I like series is because they are just simple. You don't have to think about having a new idea. Not only do you just are able to use it over and over again, not only do you get more, but it has a lower, what's it called? Brain, I can't think of it now. Opportunity cost, there you go. So not only do you gain more, but you also lose less, okay? So first thing we said was that they are infinitely usable. You can use them over and over again, okay? So you gain some of that time, you gain some ideas, you gain some content, okay? But you also lose less, okay? You also takes less time to come up with the video idea. It takes less time to edit because you probably use a similar editing style for most of the videos, okay? So far with series, what you get is you gain more and you lose less. Win-win. And the last point is that they are just overall more efficient. Sort of the same thing as the first two, but as I was saying, to sum this sort of point up, you can use them over and over again. You don't have to think about these things over and over again. You don't have to come up with new things. It's just efficient, okay? It's the same sort of style. You sort of know the idea, and it sort of just flows, okay? Infinitely usable. You gain back your time. So you gain more, lose less, and they're efficient. So that is how to make more content in less time. First point I had was transformations. Make a list of transformations, come up with stories and lessons for each transformation. The second point was experiment. Do not put yourself in a box, try new styles. If you don't like it, just do it again. I talked about how you should try new sub-niches and experiment with new sub-niches. Do not just put yourself in a box and stick to one just because you feel like you should. It might be a good idea sometimes, but it also might not be a good idea sometimes. And the third point was make series. It is infinitely usable, simple, and efficient. So that's everything I got for today. Bit of a longer one today. I had to record this video in 2 parts, so I think now it's been like 11, 12 minutes, which is actually not bad considering I think I've been given some value. So comment if you think this video was valuable. Comment if you think this video has helped you, and comment questions. If you comment any questions on this channel, I will make a YouTube short where I reply to that comment, because 1, I get free content, and 2, you get free value from me replying to your comment. It's a win-win for both of us. Also subscribe, that is also a win-win for both of us. I am able to see that my fan base is growing, I'm able to help more people, and you are able to get the value from my content. Other than that, all of my links and products and newsletters and other channels are in the channel description. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.